What's up, everybody? Rob St. John here with the Omnipresent Property Group, bringing you another edition of our video blog series designed to help you with everything buying, selling, or investing in real estate. This week, I've got a very special guest with me here on the podcast. Julia King, owner of King Financial Repair, is going to share with us some incredible information with regard to repairing credit and also a pretty cool announcement that I noticed Julia placed out there on Facebook. So stick with us here. Let's dig into all that coming up next. All right, so as I mentioned, guys, I've got Julia King here with King Financial Repair. Julia, do me a favor. Let's give us the 60-second bio. Tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and most importantly, how could somebody get in touch with you?
Absolutely. My name is Julia King, and I own King Financial Repair. I've been doing it for 17 years. I've helped several thousand people purchase homes. What we do is we look at a credit report. We see what's on there that's not reporting accurately. We remove it, and we send them back over to you, Rob, so you can get the mortgages approved and get them into a home.
That's awesome. So you're actually digging into people's credit reports and helping them get stuff taken off of there that's negatively impacting their ability to go out and buy a home. You know, stopping somebody like myself from hooking them up with a great lender who can get the job done. So tell us a bit. That's interesting. So it sounds like that's got some room for maybe some misunderstandings and lack of understanding. I know for myself, like, that just sounds like a big deal. If you were to think about, like, what are some things that maybe people don't fully understand about this process, or maybe some urban legend / type myth type stuff that goes on when it comes to credit repair?
Absolutely. I actually wrote a book, Help Me Fix My Credit Scores, What the Credit Bureaus Don't Want You to Know.
Fantastic.
There's a lot of myths out there about credit. The number one is they think that if they look at their own credit report that they're going to get an inquiry, and the consumer has a right to track their own credit and actually get a free copy of the report once a year. So we always tell our clients and people that are turned down from the bank to go ahead and pull the report for $1. We do a free analyzer and send them that report. We actually show them where the errors are. Once those errors are found, we look into the report, see if they're financially fit to get into our program, or if they need to do a couple things before they get started with us. The first thing is we look at their credit cards. Major impact of the credit score. A lot of people think that the Dave Ramsey thing is accurate, not to have any credit cards, but they're missing out on 30% of their credit score. So we go into that and we look and see what's going on. We'll have our clients pay down their credit cards during our program, and then we start digging into the past mistakes or the true errors that are there. They can be late payments, collections, repos, foreclosures, medical bills. It can be any number of things. It's not that the consumers are bad. A lot of people think they have great income, so they should have great credit. It's not true. I've talked to people before that said they only deal with high-end clients. They all have good credit scores.
Interesting.
I've seen people buy $1 million house with bad credit when they came to us and then went back into their home. A lot of people are buying $300,000 to $500,000 houses just because there's a little blip on the report. They weren't able to get qualified before. So it's super important. It's $1. I can send you over that link and you can share it with your people.
Yeah, definitely. Let's make sure we include that link with the distribution of this interview for sure. So it's interesting. You kept making the statement about errors. How common is it that these reports that we put so much stock into, how common is it that just about anybody has things that shouldn't be there or are there from mistakenly as an error? Is that something that's more common than maybe most of us would realize?
Yes, I've never seen a completely accurate credit report ever, and I've been doing credit for 17 years.
Holy smokes!
I tell people if they're willing to bring it to the challenge, if they'll pay me $1,000, I'll pay them $1,000 if I can find one.
That's amazing.
Put me up on that. It can be
that's amazing. Oh my goodness, it's kind of a good news, bad news.
Yes, 78% have errors so much that it affects their credit scores.
Wow. So what are some examples of errors that you've seen? Like, what are some common things that you see that are seen as kind of errors on the report?
So one that really gets to me is medical bills. So if someone goes to the doctor and they never got the bill processed through insurance and they never got the bill, then they have a medical collection on their credit report that's really not theirs.
Oh my
because the
gosh.
insurance should have picked it up.
Yeah.
Then I see repos that were actually charged offs. So if there's a car that was, somebody got an $80,000 car, $50,000 car,
Yep.
and they have it listed as charge off, but it's actually a repo, that's an
Hmm.
error in the limits reporting. So we can get those removed as well.
Wow. No kidding. That's amazing. Okay. So really it can be things that we wouldn't even think. I mean, obviously if you're dealing with a medical situation, you don't the last thing you're going to consider at that time is what's going to happen with it from a credit perspective, but it's here you get this medical issue and all of a sudden lo and behold it's biting you again because it wasn't processed appropriately. That's amazing. Okay, so real quick, before we dig into much further, if somebody's got questions about credit repair or just generally speaking, like seeing if it's something they need to look at with you, what's the best and easiest way to get to reach out as far as getting a hold of you, Julia?
Giving us a call, 502-689-1001. We have 3 customer service people and 42 processors that can help you out.
Wow, that's awesome. Fantastic. So you've been doing this 17 years, you said? So you've kind of got this thing figured out, it sounds like.
I'm going on year 7 for my business, yes.
Oh, 7, my bad.
I've been doing
Okay.
it 17, but I did it 10 years first.
Wow, no kidding. Awesome. So, all right, cool. So so I keep going back to these errors. How does somebody, like, obviously there's probably just this massive system behind, this whole machine to get this done. What's the simplest way to explain, like, the process of actually getting things removed from your report?
It's kind of like changing your own oil or cleaning your own house or grooming your own dog. It's something that somebody can do on their own, but do
Yeah.
they have the time and the skill to do it and the patience
Got
to
it.
do it? So we're
What kind of so is it a lot of communication with these creditors? Like what is it that you're doing that, because it sounds like a big audacious like task to deal with. But as far as that goes, like what is the basic elements of like what does your process consist of? What can somebody expect as they're going through this process?
So like we spoke to a client earlier today. He's like, I don't see any changes yet. So I've refreshed his report. Between TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax, he was up 391 points across the 3 in
That's
45
awesome.
days. He's like, my letters haven't gone out. I'm like, no, you have one more day. Just be patient. 90 days is our money back guarantee. And I refreshed his scores. He's like, oh, I'm happy. Sorry. Because he's like,
Well,
I
that
didn't
makes
see
sense.
any movement or anything going on. I'm getting letters in the mail. I'm like, I know, we're waiting on you to get us those. So
Yeah.
our customers, it's really simple. They pull their report for $1. They get us their username and password, and they keep that while they're in our program. That way,
Okay.
they don't have to do any of the work except for open their paper mail. Then we challenge everything that's on the report that's erroneous, outdated, and unverifiable. We remove those negative things. If we find a positive account, which most positive accounts aren't reported 100% accurate either, it's building their credit. We're not going to challenge those unless somebody tells us, hey, go do this.
Sure.
It's not in
Yeah.
our best interest.
Yep. That makes
Then
sense.
they check their mail, and once they check their mail, they get it to us and they upload it into our secure portal. Just like when you can log in and track your clients and things like that. They log in and they'll see you, and you're sending them the MLS strips, and they're getting excited about buying a house as your scores are going.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's fantastic. Okay, so shifting gears a little bit, you put out a post today, and as somebody who served in the military myself, I was really excited to see this. Tell us a little bit about what's going on and what's been done for our veterans, and how you can best help them take advantage of what's been done for them.
Yes, so I'm trying to figure out exactly what the bill was called. Give me 1 second. All right. So Donald Trump he came to Louisville yesterday for their AMVET meeting downtown. And it was down at the Galt House. While he was there, he signed a new bill into action. So all 100% disabled veterans, they're going to have an easier automatic process to forgive their student loans. We've had hundreds of clients, even in our program, who are fighting with that and challenging it because they're unable to get their removed. Oh, well, you're not 100% disabled permanently. So he's streamlined it. So now the debt's going to be forgiven, even if they're in charge off or collection. We're just telling people, hey, let's get it removed for you. Let's get the debt forgiven. Because our military, just like you, thank you so much for serving our country. My brother's in the Navy. He's over in San Diego right now.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that's amazing. So it seems like in conversations that I have with lenders, student loan debt is one of those things that really seems to like really shoot down a lot of people's ability to make that home purchase. So this is a really big step towards helping veterans to be able to take that next step, even if they're not in line, if they're not looking at a home purchase, but just for so many other opportunities. I mean, that's a really incredible thing. So let's say I'm somebody who's in that spot, who I'm pretty sure that this bill would apply to me. Tell us again, what's the best way to reach out to you and make sure that we're doing what we can to take advantage of this opportunity?
It's 502-689-1001, or you can just go to our website, King Financial Repair. You can, if you don't want to call in, you're a little shy, you can just go right there to ask us to give you a call.
Perfect. That's awesome. Fantastic.
Another thing about student loans, about 18 months ago, they changed it. So if your payment, they were taking 1% as your debt to income ratio. Now, if you consolidate the student loans, which we do that too, whatever your listed payment is what they're using for your debt to income. So no longer they're helping people to purchase homes, and rates are super low.
Yeah, that's going to make a massive difference for a lot of people as well. That's amazing. Fantastic. Well, Julia, this has been awesome. I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with our folks. We get this interview out to directly through email to about 1,800 people, and then we're going to make sure we get it in front of as many eyeballs. This is massive information. I can't thank you enough. And one more time, that website to go out and check out your service?
It's King Financial Repair. That's KING. financialrepair.com, or they can call us at 502-689-1001. Rob, thank you for having me on today.
Thank you so much. Hey, sounds like somebody needs your help. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Julia.
No problem. You have a good day.
All right, take care.